Can you believe it? Today marks the anniversary of the passing of not one, but 10 legendary actors. Each left a void in the world of film and television that fans still feel today. In this special tribute, we'll delve into their lives, legacies, and the unforgettable marks they made on the entertainment industry. Stick around as we celebrate these incredible talents. Number 1. Jackie Zeman, died May 9th, 2023.
Breaking news tonight about a beloved star of General Hospital who has died. Tonight we're remembering Jacqueline Zeman. She originated the role of Nurse Bobby Spencer 46 years ago and appeared in more than 800 episodes of General Hospital. Her family says she died after a short battle with cancer. ABC Entertainment and General Hospital released a statement saying Zeman will be remembered for her kind heart and radiant spirit. She is survived by her 2 daughters. Jacqueline Zeman was 70 years old.
General Hospital executive producer Frank Valentini shared the news on Twitter Wednesday, writing that he is heartbroken. She was a bright light and true professional that brought so much positive energy with her to work. He went on to add that she will be greatly missed, but her positive spirit will always live on with the cast and crew.
Hey, Carly.
Hey. Hi.
You were a million miles away just now.
Yeah, I have a lot to think about.
That's why I'm here. My daughter needs me. And I am here for you. When I first came on General Hospital, Gloria Monty was the producer. She brought me on, and Douglas Marland created my character. And Gloria loved the idea that the nurses got to wear the cap. You know, in those days, every nurse wore a cap. It's different now, but it was the white, when you got the white cap, you mattered. You had the education, you knew what you're doing. So when I started as Bobby, I was in the blue outfit. I was a student nurse. You know, so I got to play that for, I don't know, a couple of years. I was very young when I first came on. And it was very different. It was, you know, I remember working with Jesse Brewer, Emily McLaughlin, you know, and John Berardino, Steve Hardy, and Rachel Ames, and these people that I had watched on TV when I was a teenager and a young woman, like before I came on the show. I couldn't, that's, for the people who are listening, that's our getting called to the set. So it was really interesting to work with people that I admired over the years, and all of a sudden I'm standing next to them like doing a scene. So I have all of these wonderful memories of, you know, being bonded to people that I've worked with over the years, and not only to the people that work on the show, but to the audience that watches us. God, I feel such gratitude for that, because how often do you get, as an actor and actress, to stay on a show for 45 years for me, 60 years on the air? We don't sit around at the end of the season and say, oh, I wonder if we're picked up. You think we'll make it to stay on? We just figure we're on. We've been really lucky. It's loaded with drama and good times and lots of happy memories and a lot of really, really heartfelt scenes between family. It's about family. It's about love, passion, anger, disappointment. And as you go through life, how you grow as you move from chapter to chapter.
Best known for her long-standing role as Bobby Spencer on General Hospital, Jackie Zeman was a staple in American daytime television. Her vibrant presence and compelling performances made her a beloved figure in the world of soap operas. Zeman's passing at the age of 70 after a battle with cancer marks a significant loss for fans and colleagues who admired her dedication and talent. Number 2. Heather Armstrong, died May 9th, 2023.
To describe depression, or the type of depression that I was experiencing, to someone, I would say that there is a looming darkness and doom.
For Heather B. Armstrong, depression is something she has battled most of her life.
It was in college that it became so overwhelming that I was unable to perform basic activities.
But with the help of doctors and medication, she was able to lead a normal life until her first daughter was born.
I experienced a really bad bout of postpartum depression and ended up in the hospital.
Again, with the help of medication, she was able to manage her depression.
I would have bouts of sadness, but my medication was really working. I was afraid if I sought help that people would find out. He knew immediately just how bad it was. And I was sitting in his office when he said, "I have an idea and I want you to consider something." It was the first time in over 18 months that I had felt a glimmer of hope. The study is basically a very deep induced coma with anesthesia. They basically flatlined my brain for 15 minutes and then they would bring me back up. This was sort of like the last-ditch effort to want to live again. And that was enough for me to take this risk.
Heather is with us this morning. First of all, how are you doing now?
Great, actually. I'm really good.
You look great. Walk us through what was happening through that experimental clinical trial.
So this is the first time propofol has ever been used this way. And they're trying to recreate the effects of ECT, which is electroconvulsive therapy. And they took me down, they basically took my brain to a place where I experienced no brain activity for 15 minutes. And then they would bring me back up. And to replicate ECT, you have to do it 10 to 15 times. So I had to do it 10 times.
But let's be clear here. You were only the third person to ever go through this clinical trial. I mean, how do you get the nerve to do that? Was it just so bad for you?
Yeah, I was the third person. And when my psychiatrist said to me, you know, I really want you to just consider this, it was the first time that I had felt hope in over 18 months. I convinced myself that I was never going to feel better. And he was like, I promise you this is going to be safe, and I promise it's going to work. And I was like, maybe I don't have to be sad for the rest of my life.
You mentioned your psychiatrist. We want to bring in another psychiatrist here. This is Dr. Sue Varma. Dr. Varma, come on in. And again, we should note here, you did not treat Heather.
Yes.
But propofol, like when most people hear propofol, they think Michael Jackson. I mean, that's the drug that ultimately helped kill Michael Jackson. Is it safe to use propofol like this?
Propofol is a very safe anesthetic that's been used for over 25 years. However, it is still a very novel treatment in the psychiatry approach for treatment-resistant depression. I think as psychiatrists and patients and families, we have to be very open. And treatment-resistant depression affects about 1/3 of the population who's actually being treated. And what that means is you've been tried on 2 or more medications from different categories for an adequate length of time, which may be 6 to 12 weeks, for an adequate dose, and it hasn't worked. And the cost to society for treatment-resistant depression, get this, is $48 billion annually. And we know that suicide and medical complications are risk factors for treatment-resistant depression. So we absolutely have to take it very seriously and be very open to new ideas.
So after going through the first few trials of this, or the first few 15-minute rounds of this, did you notice a difference?
No, I mean, I was really skeptical at first because it was very time-consuming. You have to fast. You know, I was fasting 20 hours 3 times a week. But it was after the 5th treatment that I woke up and couldn't understand how I could possibly have felt so bad.
Really?
Like it was like a switch got flipped in my brain.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is all of this is part of our Lessons Learned series.
Yeah.
What's the lesson here for folks who are watching at home?
I stayed alive for my kids. And I was willing to risk all of this so that I could give them back their mother.
Were they okay with you going through this trial?
They were. My mother and my stepfather, who are my angels. I'm not Mormon, but I will call them my blessed angels, saved me.
Dr. Varma, always good to see you.
Yeah.
We always learn something when you're here. Heather, by the way, telling her story in her new book. It's called The Valedictorian of Being Dead. Quite the catchy title, Heather. You can learn more about it on today.com, and we will be right back.
While primarily known as the queen of the mommy bloggers through her influential blog Deuce, Heather Armstrong also made appearances in several documentaries discussing internet culture and its impact on modern parenting. Her candid approach to personal struggles and mental health resonated with many. Armstrong's unexpected death by suicide at the age of 47 has sparked conversations about mental health awareness in the digital age. Number 3. Aline Roberts, died May 9th, 2019. Aline Roberts was an American actress known for her roles in 1940s and 1950s films such as The Red House and Bomba on Panther Island. Born in Birmingham, Alabama in 1928, Roberts brought a distinctive innocence and sincerity to her performances, quickly capturing the hearts of audiences. After retiring from acting to focus on her family, she passed away on May 9, 2019, leaving behind a legacy celebrated for its earnest and compelling portrayals in early Hollywood cinema. Number 4. Michael Parks, died May 9th, 2017.
Hi, my name is Michael Parks, and me and my wife, we kind of got into an argument Tuesday, and I haven't seen her, and I'm getting worried.
Okay, what's her name?
Hope. Somebody picked her up. She got into a car with somebody, and they left. So it's either a silver or white, like Honda Civic.
911, where is your emergency? I'm on North 225 West Road. There's a body hanging off the bridge, no head. There's a car coming. Okay. There's a dead body. That's a deer. Are you sure? Yeah. But all that stuff and all that. I'm on the phone with the cops now. Okay, she thinks it's a deer? No, it's a body. It's a body. Yeah, that's what I've seen, with no head. I'm freaking out. Okay.
Michael Parks was a prolific actor known for his deep, commanding voice and the intensity he brought to his roles. Whether he was leading a film or guest starring on a television show, Parks' performances were always memorable. His death at the age of 77 marked the end of a diverse and influential career that spanned several decades. Number 5. Robert Miles, died May 9th, 2017. Although primarily known for his music, Robert Miles' contributions to film scores and soundtracks allowed him to leave a unique mark on the film industry. His electronic compositions brought a new layer of emotion and atmosphere to the scenes they accompanied. Miles passed away from pancreatic cancer at the age of 47, leaving a legacy of musical innovation that transcends traditional boundaries between music and cinema. Number 6. Elizabeth Wilson, died May 9th, 2015.
Elizabeth Wilson was born April 4, 1921, in Grand Rapids, Michigan to Marie Ethel and Dunning Wilson. She attended the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York City.
Elizabeth Wilson's career in film and theater was marked by a series of standout performances, often playing supporting roles that stole the show. Her work in classics like The Graduate showcased her ability to bring depth and nuance to any character. Wilson's passing at the age of 94 is a reminder of her significant impact on the acting world, celebrated for her versatility and skill.
But I wasn't really anticipating on this particular painting, it just sort of appeared as I was driving to visit my parents and past the Armenian church that had this yearly.
Number 7. Lena Horne, died May 9th, 2010.
I was picked at that time to be what they thought a black woman was like. I was picked even before my own development. I was made to look like someone not me.
Tonight, the President of the United States called Lena Horne one of the most cherished performers in the United States. The great Lena Horne has died at age 92. She entertained generations of Americans after first overcoming rampant bigotry and making a difference for all those who would follow. A look back on her life tonight from NBC's Rahima Ellis.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather.
Stormy Weather was her signature song. And she kicked up a storm as a performer and a civil rights activist. Born in Brooklyn in 1917, Lena Horne took the stage at 16 at the famed Cotton Club in Harlem. 9 years later, she signed with MGM and became one of the first African-American women showcased in Hollywood for her talent and stunning beauty. She helped break the stereotype of casting black actresses as maids and domestics. But success was not complete.
And she would sing a song, maybe two, and she'd disappear. And the studio could cut those scenes out if they felt that audiences in the South might object to that.
A beloved heroine in the African-American community, she stood up for black soldiers during World War II after they were forced to sit behind German POWs during one of her performances. She sued restaurants and theaters for racial discrimination, and in 1963, she marched on Washington.
Lena Horne was not just a talented actress and singer, she was also a trailblazer for African-American women in Hollywood. Her elegance and talent shone through in every performance, breaking barriers and setting new standards. Horne's death at the age of 92 left behind a legacy of groundbreaking achievements and enduring influence in music and film. Number 8. Alan King, died May 9th, 2004.
I appreciate it. This hotel opened October 23rd, 1966. Today is March 8th, 1987.
Alan King was an accomplished comedian and actor, known for his biting wit and satirical look at everyday life. He appeared in numerous films and television shows, bringing humor and depth to his roles. King's performances in Casino and The Anderson Tapes are memorable highlights of his career. He died at the age of 76.
I have followed seals, sword swallowers, the diving horse in Atlantic City. That is the most charming lady. Isn't she fun? Isn't that wonderful?
Number 9. Shirley Dinsdale, died May 9th, 1999.
6:30, and we are following some breaking news for you this morning. Shirley Temple has died. The curly-haired child actress, and star, who put smiles on the faces of Depression-era moviegoers, again dying at the age of 85. Her publicist says Temple died surrounded by family at her home near San Francisco. Shirley Temple retired from films at 21. She later became active in politics, even holding several diplomatic posts, including an ambassador to Czechoslovakia in the late 1980s.
Shirley Dinsdale was a trailblazing ventriloquist and the star of the early American television show Judy Splinters, which debuted in the first commercial TV broadcast in the U.S. in 1948. Born on October 31, 1926 in San Francisco, she became renowned for her skill and charm, earning the very first Emmy Award in 1949 for Most Outstanding Television Personality. Dinsdale passed away from cancer on May 9, 1999 at the age of 72, leaving a pioneering legacy in the world of television. Number 10. Alice Faye, died May 9, 1998.
Be able to make films. It's such fun to be able to make films. I loved it.
I'd get up in the morning and go to the studio. There was the hairdresser, there was the makeup man. And there it was my family.
Alice Faye's charm and talent made her one of Hollywood's biggest stars in the golden age of cinema. Her melodious voice and charismatic performances in musicals and comedies are still celebrated today. Faye's death at the age of 83 marked the passing of a true legend, whose films continue to enchant audiences around the world. Thanks for joining us as we remembered these remarkable actors. Their stories and legacies will continue to inspire and entertain generations to come.
The stars are still on high, but they don't twinkle anymore. Why does it seem they've lost